Hi everyone, you're welcome to Social Pills channel once again, the right place to get just the right dose for your social challenges. Here on Social Pills channel, I remain your chief host, Great Shin Wonder. The topic at the moment is precious time and energy. As people who are alive in the world, we are given time and energy to live with, time to live by, and energy to live with. You know, when you are strong, you have the capacity to effect changes, both for the good for yourself and for the good of others. Again, when you have time, then you have the opportunity to achieve many things. There are certain people whose time are not free anymore because they have been locked away from the opportunity of creative time. And what do I mean? Let's take, for example, the people who are in prison yards. Even though they have this time, but their time cannot be used or cannot be put into productive activity. So they are alive, they may have energy, and they have this time, but the time cannot really benefit them anymore, except that they eventually make it out of the prison. And even if they do, for the period that they were there in the prison, the time that they have cannot really add to them positively, because we can judge it from the productive aspect that it has been wasted. But I believe for you that is watching me on Social Pills now, you have the time and then you have the energy. These are precious things that we actually need to understand and know that they are the measure of a quality life. It is what we tell whether you have actually done well or not. Let's take for another example, students in a class. They are open to equal time per subject within the week, and then they are open to similar teacher, same teachings, same examples within the classroom sphere. But you discover that it is not all the students within that class that will grasp the information that the teacher is passing as the others. Now, one may choose to be distracted, and so certain ideas communicated by the teacher will not be gotten by such a student. Others might choose to fall asleep, or they might excuse themselves from the class at that moment. Now, even though this time is open to all of them, the use for which they put this time are different, and this now brings about different results from the particular aim and objective for which that time is slated for them. You see, for the students who choose to be attentive, you will see that they will eventually do better or score better marks if a classwork is given by the teacher. And that's how it is. Even going back home, certain people will choose to do their homeworks, give adequate time to their books, to their studies, while others won't. Even though they have this time, some students may choose to either go to play, visit friends, or do other activities with that time that is open for them to study. And you now discover that the result at the end of the day will now tell the students that actually made good and judicious use of their time. That's how we should view life, or that's how we should see life also. A time will come that our thinking majorly will be taking stock of the things that have happened. Consider an old man. He doesn't have strength at that time anymore. Doesn't have the energy to effect changes around him anymore. And most of the time, he's just sitting there, gazing at things, reflecting back on how he has lived his life. At that time, for us that are young and vibrant, we will now begin to see whether we have done well with our time and energy or not. So let's look at energy also. Certain people are sick. It's not your making. We cannot really point a finger of blame on you for that situation. But there are people who are very strong and sound health-wise. They are full of energy, but that energy is not being used within that time frame properly. You are that person, you are given to either just gossips, it could be given to any social vices that will not add any plus, involving in occultic activities. And when we look at these activities, we are not seeing any positive value they are adding to life. When your mates are out there trying to see how they can make headway with their energy and their time, you are there moving from state to state, going for a murder or the order of another rival court member. This is not something that we say is adding any positive value to life. Let us remove the occultic emblem from this situation. Let's say I am not even a cultist, and then, or let me say you are an assassin or a hired killer, not even a cultist. But all you do with your time is committing crime, causing hurt and pain to people, taking people's life. And these people you take their life, they are connected to other people who will suffer the loss of these ones that you are killing. There are so many wasteful things we engage our energy in. Some could just be womanizing. Yes, womanizing. Every time you are with them, every thought of their heart is geared towards having affair with women. I don't see how this is adding or can add any positive value to life. It doesn't mean that we will not engage in love relationships, but that it becomes the foremost every single minute, every single second. The discussion is just on women, or men as a woman, then that energy of that person is not judiciously used. And this is why the call is coming for us to understand the value in the time and energy that we have to effect changes or to make positive impact and positive output for ourselves. So the guy who is studious, at the end of the day, you see that he's coming out with fly colors. The worker who is diligent with his job, at the end of the day, you will see that he's always getting things done well for the boss. He's always winning the appreciation of his boss. If there is any need for the company or organization to lay off worker or workers, you discover that he is not likely to be part of the people that will be laid off. That shows that the time within which he have got with his employer over time was judiciously used, and that's why that result will come like that for him. So if this is the first video you are watching on my channel, I'd like you to subscribe, like my videos, and also share them so that we can bring this information to people who might be needing them out there. For today, we are looking at making good use of the time and energy that we have as people, because time and energy are very, very precious things and crucial things that we need to achieve success in life. Here on Social Peace Channel, I remain your chief host, Great Chinwonder. Thanks for coming. Bye.